Happy Saturday, everyone. Today I want to talk about something really important, and that's controlling the stress in your life and that of your dogs, because it's really critical for your well-being and your dog's well-being, both physically and psychologically. And during these times right now that we're going through, everyone is stressed out. But there are 4 factors that do affect our physiological stress response. And in review, what is that? That's the old fight or flight thing that came around many years ago to enable us to either A, catch something and kill it to eat it, or to escape from something that's trying to catch us, kill us, and eat us. It's an antiquated system that has not evolved over time. It's still there, and that's the thing that prepares your body for fight or flight, meaning you have an increased heart rate, you have increased oxygen, you have glucose mobilization, you have glucocorticoids coming along about a minute after that glucose is going, norepinephrine, epinephrine, you name it. It's all to prepare you to run as fast as you can or to fight as hard as you can. And that's a pretty cool thing. However, if it comes all the time, if it comes in the form of being pathological all the time, and remember, we humans can mobilize our stress response from a mere thought. And because it's been proven that dogs mirror our stress response, our being stressed causes them to be stressed. And it's just a downward spiral all the way around. So you have to do all that you can to mitigate the stress in your life just for the sake of your dog. And I'm here to tell you, if you own a dog for any length of time, you know this already. When I'm stressed or if I'm angry or upset about anything, there's my dogs over there in the corner going, "Oh, is it good? Are we good here, man? You're not angry at me, are you?" How many of you have taken ill and you lay down on your bed and have your animals come hop up on the bed with you or lay down on the bed next to it? How many people have had that happen? There's something wrong and they know it. They don't know what it is exactly sometimes, or most times. They just know something's wrong. So again, here's what today's about. This is going to be a Cliff Note version on the 4 factors that are known to affect the mobilization of your stress response. And once again, that's a good thing, but over a period of time, it's harmful. And it's been implicated in reproduction failure, suppressed immune systems, and wow, we need our immune systems right now. Also in growth, inhibiting growth, and also in brain dysfunction. Wow, that's what I deal with all the time with dogs with canine pharmacotherapy. Okay, so what's the first thing? Predictive information, and I did list them in order. Predictive information, control, social support, and outlets for frustration. Now, these 2 right here, number 1 or 2, are why we are so freaked out right now. Anytime a human or your dog encounters a novel situation or a novel environment, wow, the first things we do is we seek out the rules of prediction and control. And that's why we're freaked. We have a novel virus, the coronavirus. We're freaked. How long will this thing last? How many people will it kill? How can we make it go away? Will it come back again? We have no predictive information. And without predictive information, you feel helpless. You feel like you can't control the situation. Same thing happens for dogs all the time. You take them to a new environment. They've never been there before. Or you introduce a new command. I've never heard this in my life. What the heck does quiet mean? I've never heard the word quiet. It'd be like me saying scuba nog to you and demanding that you do scuba nog. Wow, how stressful will that be? Anytime a dog comes into our facility for a board and train program, we take this into account. We know what's happening the first couple of days. They're clicking their heels trying to get back to Kansas. They're sitting there asking these questions going, when do these lights turn off? And when do they turn on? And who are you? And who's that dog over there? And when do we eat? And what do we eat? And how do I get the heck out of here? You bet they go through that, and you have to take that into account. Same thing with your training. When you introduce a brand new command or a brand new concept or a brand new behavior with your dog, go easy. Know that they're seeking out the rules of prediction and control. Because if I have prediction, I can predict what's going to happen to me, then I have some control over the outcome. Have you ever heard the saying, which devil's worse, the one you know or the one you don't know? I'm sure by now all of us will agree it's the one we don't know. And the same thing happens to your dog. So take a little Give it a little grace, take a little bit of extra time. Know that this is what they're going through, and know because they're going through this, they're physiological. Heart rates increase, oxygen, mobilization of glucose for fight or flight response, dilated eyes, enhanced cognition. That's a good thing. But tomorrow, in the part 2 of this, I'm going to talk about what happens when the stress goes too high. Because all of us mammals were given the ability to handle the biology to deal with mild to moderate stress that is transient, not the everyday stressor that comes 100 times a day. So I'm going to talk about the harmful effects of that and what we have to do to mitigate it. So guys, think about predictive information control. The only time that predictive information does not help us is if it comes too soon. If it comes without enough notice. If it comes and we just don't have enough time to do anything about it. If I suddenly got an alert on my phone and it was blown up and they said a meteorite was headed right for my house and be here in about 1 minute, I'm going to say, wow, I wish I didn't know that. Because there's nothing I can do about it. I can't control the situation. This is why I love training. This is why I did the video on structure. Structure provides predictive information. It provides control. It allows the animal to have an outcome, to control its outcome. Many studies have been done with laboratory rats in which they gave them mild to irritating shocks and they just sent them randomly. And when they did after a few days, they measured the rat's stress response, their resting blood pressure, glucocorticoid levels, you name it. It was through the roof. But then after that, they started to give them a warning bell about 1 second. They gave them predictive information about 1 second before the shocks came. And wow, after 3 days of that, they measured again and everything was bottomed out because the rat learned it could relax. It could relax until it heard that bell. Man, I don't need to worry about anything. I can relax. And then when the bell came, they just went, and it went away. And then they went back to relaxing. Incredible. Then later they taught them to push a lever. When you heard the warning bell, if you push this lever, you won't get a shock at all. Wow, now they're the happiest little rodents in the whole wide world. We're the same way, guys. They've proven it over and over. And I could talk about this all day long. Employees that seem to have some control over their jobs. They're the happiest employees in the world. It doesn't matter if they're at the bottom of the totem pole or at the top. Everyone just wants to feel like they have some control. And your dog is no different. It feels it needs to have control. These two here, 1 and 2, are the reason why they thrive on the familiar. Because, wow, it's predictable. And I can control it. Okay, what's the third thing? Social support. Wow, what is social support? Did you know that they have studied humans who have retired and they die, a lot of them die off quickly. They just do within the first 2 to 5 years of their retirement. You think it's supposed to be your golden years. But the problem is that they've been put in a nursing home or an assisted living home and they have no family nearby. They don't have social support. And social support for your dogs is incredibly important. It's not just petting your dog and saying, oh, I love you and you love me back and let's do belly rubs. Those are important. That's connecting with your animal, building trust in your animal. But providing that obedience provides more social support. It does. It's in addition. I've told you before, when wolves travel anywhere in the world, they go in a single file line. It doesn't have anything to do with leadership. It has everything to do with the fact that this is survival. Out in open tundra, I'm going to herd all my little offspring together and make sure the coast is clear. We're going to go that way. But when the terrain changes and I enter a hilly terrain or a densely forested terrain, I'm going to move to the front because if we round this corner and there's danger, I'm more equipped to deal with it than you are. And that's what a good parent would do, protect their offspring. Well, to prove to that older offspring that I still have this, they have to provide social support in this form here, meaning out of the two of us, I'm more equipped to deal with it than you are. So obedience by simply making the animal do things, just making them do, hey, lay down, stay, come to me when I call you, proves to them that you are capable, at least out of the two of you, because you're making it do something, it's not making you do anything, at least out of the two of us, you have a better chance of taking care of us, of protecting us, of dealing with the threat. When I deal with dogs that I have to treat with pharmacotherapy, this is absolutely crucial. They have to feel that you can handle the situation, not them. They don't need to deal with it. They don't need to evoke their aggression. They don't need to run. I got you, baby. I got your back. I'm standing right here. I've got you. And I proved that I've got you because out of the two of us, well, I'm a little bit more capable than you are. And I proved that through my training. So guys, social support, again, doesn't just come in saying, hey, hello to your family. It comes in supporting them. What do you need? You need a trip to the grocery store for you? Me, I get to take advantage of that senior get there first. So I've already asked a lot of people, you need me to go for you? I can get into those stores early. And that's a cool thing. I'm trying to provide social support to my family, my friends, my coworkers. Make sure you do the same thing. Prove to them you're capable of handling this situation right now, because a lot of people have doubts. So do that. All right, last thing. I've talked about it before. Outlets for frustration. Welcome to the world. Unless you can totally avoid those things that stress you, which good luck doing that, they're coming. And they're coming in droves. And they're going to keep stacking up on you. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck in my house. I'm worried about my business. I'm worried about income. Are we going to lose this house that I've worked for? What about my retirement savings in the stock market? It's coming, baby. One on top of another. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. And we're going to reach a boiling point. You've got to let it go. You, more than any time ever, we must seek an outlet for frustration. I don't know about you, but as soon as I get done with this video, Kira and I are going to take our dogs for a hike. We're going to go out in nature and we're going to go for a hike because I need to let off a little stress. And that's what I'm going to do with my dog. So if you're going to do something, find something today that will let a little stress out for you and your dog and send it to me. I'd love some more ideas. I can't go hiking every day. So I need ideas. How can I let go of some of my stress? I'm not a puzzle builder. Some people are puzzle builders. I just don't have the patience for it. I got all the patience in the world when it comes to a dog, but I lack patience making or putting puzzles together. So any of you guys listening to this video or watch this video, send in a suggestion for an outlet for frustration for both you and your dog. I would love to hear that. I'd love to have you share that with us. But that's what these are. Outlets. Whatever works for you. Whatever makes you just go, what makes you forget about that stressful moment? What allows you to re-energize? Oh, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Because let me tell you one thing about how important this is. One of the hallmarks of the mobilization of the stress response is the quick mobilization of energy, glucose. You bet. Adrenaline. You bet. To save you. But it was only there to last for about 30 seconds. So during that 30 seconds, your body is going to put all long-term projects on halt. So, Mom, I'm being chased by a big wolf. Not a handy time to think about growing and using my energy to help me grow. Don't worry about tissue repair. Not so worry about that. Don't worry about infectious diseases. So yeah, shut off the immune system. You might not be around for 30 more seconds. So why we worry about that? Forget reproduction. Oh, heck yeah. And that stuff in your stomach, now just don't worry about digesting that, because you know why? We're going to use all the energy you have and we're going to use it right now, and we are going to inhibit the storage of more energy. Makes sense. But it takes energy to run your body, to achieve homeostasis and allostasis and all the things that you need to ward off and fight off infectious diseases. You've heard me say before, stress won't kill you. It'll just set you up to be killed by every darn thing else. So think about that. When you're stressed, it's why your dog doesn't eat. It's why you're not hungry. It's why you get sick so easily. I know it. I know it's hard times, guys. Hard times for me right now, too. I got a business. You know, not a whole lot of dogs boarding right now. But you know what? I'm going for a hike today. I'm going to where I love the most, out in nature. I'm going to go find my peace out in nature today. And then I'm going to get re-energized. My dogs are going to get re-energized, and they're going to benefit from me with a smile on my face, getting some exercise, making my body stronger. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to feed myself and my brain, and I'm going to be ready for whatever tomorrow brings, but I'm only worried about today. Because this is what I do for a living. Every day I deal with the harmful effects of these 4 factors being ignored, not taken into account for both the human and the dog. I think about these every day, multiple times a day. What predictive information do I have? Okay, I don't have a whole lot with this coronavirus right now, other than a bunch of junk on the news. So I try to sort out what's really real, what's not, like you're doing. So I'm trying to get some control of my life. So therefore, I'm just going to focus on things I can control. I'm giving my family social support, my coworkers and my employees. And I'm definitely giving it to my dogs. I'm making sure I'm not teaching them anything right now that's going to be very stressful to teach them at this moment, because I'm not ready to do that. I'm going to take it a little easy on them. I'm going to let them do those things that they can do like no tomorrow, so I can pour on those rewards and create a smile on my face, because they're going to pick that up. They are. And then lastly, we're going to play games. Captain loves to chase the ball. Buddy, get ready to chase that ball. He loves to go for a hike. We're going to turn off this video here in about 1 minute, and we're going for a hike. And I hope to see you guys out there. Wave it from about 6 feet away, but I do hope to see you there. All right, I sure hope you found this helpful. Tomorrow when we tune in, I'm going to talk about why sometimes the stress response goes so high that your training input, your dog's immune to it. Why you can scream no all you want, stop that, come, he'll sit down, and your dog won't do a thing. And it's not out of disobedience. It's out of the fact that my conscious awareness of even my surroundings has checked out. Because my stress response is so high, my own brain and my body took over and said, Bryan, you're going to overthink this, so we're just going to go on autopilot right now. So it's really important that you tune in tomorrow and catch the second half of this. But in the meantime, predictive information allows you to have control. Okay? Important. Social support. Support one another. Support your dog. Provide that obedience. It's not time to turn obedience off, just not the time, if you're stressed, to train something super stressful to your dog. So just ease off on that just a little bit. Teach the basic fundamental things. They'll get that in no time. And then provide an outlet for frustration. Come up with games for your dogs and for yourself. All right, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, you know the rules. See? Control. You can do some control right now, and you can definitely get some social support by sharing this video. Until I see you tomorrow, exhale, relax, be safe, be vigilant, but be there for tomorrow. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day.